We've got a brand new topic for today's show. Let's talk about signing a wide receiver. I don't think we've discussed this before on Falcons Today, but Pro Football Focus put out an article with, you guys are going to hate me, with one move that each team should make, whether it's signing someone, trading for someone, or extending a player. And for Atlanta, they suggested signing Jarvis Landry. So we're going to break down PFF's idea for Atlanta and see if it makes some sense. If you've watched the show before, you might know what my feeling is on this subject. But hey, before we get to the rest of the show, we are trying to improve this channel every single day. And on yesterday's show, or 2 days ago, whatever, we picked up 10 subscribers. So can we beat that? Yes, we can. Let's go. Hit that sub button down below, and let's get 11 subscribers. I don't want 12. I want 11. Now, here's what Brad Spielberger from PFF wrote. Landry is an underneath slot receiver who could be a safety valve over the middle for quarterback Desmond Ridder, and the Falcons are still thin at pass catcher beyond Kyle Pitts and Drake London. After missing most of the 2022 season with an injury, Landry is likely looking at a one-year flyer contract offers once again in 2023. Landry is also known to be a good veteran leader, which could be a positive addition to a team with a lot of young offensive weapons. He's coming off the 2 worst seasons of his career, but he was arguably the best slot receiver in the NFL from 2015 to 2020. His 3,938 receiving yards, 1,748 yards after the catch, and 1,166 yards after contact, and 91 explosive receptions of 15 or more yards, all ranked first among qualifying slot receivers over that span. The Falcons buying low on a potential bounce back could age nicely in the right setting. We have mentioned Landry before and other wide receivers, and I'm a fan in a lot of the same reasons that Brad identifies. Like, you're not finding that 2018 Jarvis Landry anymore, but when you look at Atlanta's wide receiver room, yes, this is not an offense that's going to throw the ball 30 to 35 times a game, but Drake London's going to do one heck of a job on the boundary at the outside. Matt Collins is sort of an outside receiver as well. Scotty Miller can be a slot speedy dude, but you don't have those surefire hands over the middle of the field on 3rd and 7 to keep the chains moving. And Jarvis Landry is a pro's pro. He can read a defense. He knows based on how the defense lines up what type of route he could run. And there's just not a whole lot of experience in this wide receiver room. And so Landry could come in here and not put up 900 yards, or 700 yards, or even 600 yards. But I would like him to come in for a season and leave after that, and Drake London knows how to be a better NFL wide receiver, right? You are signing Landry to be a mentor more than a guy who can put up 6 or 7 touchdowns. Like, those days are likely behind Juice. But I think Atlanta needs another wide receiver to help Desmond Ridder for those short yardage situations over the middle of the field. And in case an injury does pop up to Drake London, knock on wood, you're not totally screwed, and you have some other good veteran depth pieces at wide receiver. So I would like to see Atlanta go out and sign Landry, mostly for a mentor role for Drake London and helping Desmond Ridder, going, hey, Desmond, I know it's really your first year as an NFL starting quarterback, somewhat your rookie season, if you will. If the defense throws some bizarre looks your way because they're going to try and confuse you, just look my way and I will be a blanket for you and I will get the ball and I will move the chains. And that is a very good role for Jarvis Landry at this point in his career. So what do you guys think? Do the Falcons need to add another wide receiver? Yes or no? I would like to see them add another wide receiver. We have talked about this at length on the show, but hey, it's June, things dry up. We're not going to beat around the bush, but shout out to you for watching in the dog days of the off season, because fair weather fans tune in from September to November if things are going well. So shout out to you for watching all year long. Landry, like I said, he's a great fit. I think Brad Spielberger did raised a lot of good points about what he was good at in his heyday, and sure, he's probably not there anymore. Last year, he only played in 9 games, 272 yards and 1 touchdown. But if Landry can bounce back, play a healthy 16, 17 games, and he can put up numbers kind of like he did in 2021, his last year with the Browns, when he only played in 12 games, but 570 yards and 2 scores, like, those might not be eye-popping numbers, and we might not look back at Landry on Atlanta's team and go, oh, he was a nobody. Like, he wasn't a big contributing factor. He only put up 550 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, but he did a lot to help develop Desmond Ridder, right? He did a lot to help keep the offense on the field, and he did a lot to teach Drake London how to be a wide receiver one, something he was for the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. So for those reasons, I'm in on Jarvis Landry. So with all that being said, maybe I have persuaded you to come to my side of the fence. Maybe you're still entrenched on the other side. What are we thinking? Should the Falcons sign Jarvis Landry? S for sign or P for pass? I'm typing S for sign. And while you're giving me your thoughts in the comment section, let me tell everyone about an awesome 4th of July deal going on. You can get a Falcons USA themed t-shirt when you go to chatsports.com/FalconsUSA shirt. That link's in the comments and the description as well. So if you don't have a new USA 4th of July themed t-shirt for the 4th this upcoming Tuesday, get your favorite squad in red, white, and blue using that exclusive link. It's in the comments and the description as well. Now, some other free agent wide receivers in case Jarvis Landry does not tickle your fancy. How about Julio Jones, right? We have talked about him before. There hasn't been a whole lot of buzz about the Falcons and Julio Jones reuniting. I think Julio Jones' days in the NFL are likely over. Maybe he signs mid-season with a contending team if they were to lose a wide receiver. But at this point, I don't know if it's the NFL has moved on from Julio or Julio has moved on from the NFL. Probably a little bit of both, but I'm leaning more towards the NFL has moved on from Julio Jones after, unfortunately, a couple straight seasons of not being able to stay healthy. Our next free agent wide receiver is Sammy Watkins, former first-round pick that had some good seasons in the NFL, no doubt about it, especially with the Kansas City Chiefs. But last year with the Ravens, 16 grabs, 325 yards. He's a burner. I'm not quite sure if this really fits what Atlanta's looking for. Like, is Desmond Ridder really going to air out the football a ton this year? Probably not. So Landry's, mold of a receiver probably fits more what Atlanta wants to do offensively than Sammy Watkins. Same kind of goes for Byron Pringle. Now, Pringle's a lot younger than those first two guys, but he's definitely a straight-line burner. Last year, 10 grabs, 135 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Was with the Kansas City Chiefs for quite some time. So Pringle would be another player where, hey, if you want to add speed and you want to stretch the field a little bit, he's your guy. Fourth and final free agent we will look at here, another former first-round pick, N'Keal Harry. Now, N'Keal Harry was a first-round pick for the Patriots, just never really worked out in Foxborough, never really meshed in with the offense, and on his side of things, he never really developed to be an explosive playmaking wide receiver that you hope to find in the first round. He was traded to Chicago last year during the summer. Unfortunately, he suffered a high ankle sprain. He had to get surgery on it, missed some time because of it, and he was essentially a non-factor for the Bears. 7 grabs, 116 yards, and 1 touchdown in the Windy City. But who knows, maybe Atlanta's willing to take a flyer on a former first-round pick. So who do you think the Falcons should sign? Drop a name in the comment section below. One of those 4 guys, Jarvis Landry, someone else we forgot about. I think Juice would be a good fit in ATL. Give me your name down below. That's going to do it for us on today's show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Come out and hanging out with producer Rolly and I. We will sign off, and we're going to see everyone later.